guys, welcome back to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Benita and I'm so happy to have you joining me today. And do subscribe if you like book content, reading vlog, book rants, all that kind of stuff. So in today's video, I'm starting a new reading vlog. This week the weather is better. I'm working from home this entire week, which is good, and I am feeling reading summer books. I feel like I haven't really read a lot of summer books lately, so I do have a few options I had on my July hopefuls, but I didn't know which one to start with, so I posted on my community page earlier today for you guys to vote for me. Well, I am going to read all 4 of these books this month, but I just didn't know which one to start with because I was overwhelmed. But you guys came through, and the just at this moment right now, I posted 7 days in June, We Were Liars, Just for the Summer, and Beach Read. At the moment, the winning option is Beach Read, which I have right here. So I'm going to be starting with Beach Read, and then the second place, 7 days in June. So I think I'll read that next, and then we'll see where we are by the end of the week. So it's 8:30 now. I have actually logged into work an hour ago, so I've checked a few of my emails and stuff, so I've already started work. But I wanted to introduce the vlog for you guys. I probably won't do any reading until the end of the day, but I just wanted to say hi. I'm so excited to read this because you guys know I'm new to Emily Henry. This will be my 3rd book that I'm reading from her, so I'm really excited to get started with this. And I think I have a good mixture in terms of the 4 options I have, because I think We Realize is a bit of like a mystery thriller vibe, so I'm going to probably read that 3rd. Did I even get any votes? Did I get any? Yeah, actually did get 1 vote. I'm surprised though. I thought more people would vote for like just for the summer, but you know, I feel like because I'm in the mood to read summer reads, the weather got my vibe and stuff. I don't really care what the weather is saying. If my book is giving me summer, I will feel summer. Let's start the week. I've just been reading, not for that long actually, finished work, and this is the first time I've had time to read all day today. I've just read 1 chapter of this book, so just to get an idea of what this beach read is all about. I do this thing where like I see all these popular books and I don't actually just read the blurb to know what it's about. But from the first chapter going in, I think this is a enemies to lovers and a bit of a grumpy sunshine kind of vibe, I think, because yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. This follows January. She's the FMC and Gus is the MMC, and I think they have like a rivalry, so they're both like writers. Yeah, so chapter 1, January is just driven down to the beach house, but they haven't called it a beach house, just called like a house. I'm hoping it's a beach house, but it's the house by the beach where she's going to be spending the summer, because she, as I said, she's a writer, but she's got like a bit of a writer's block right now, so she's opening like the house, and being in the house away from the city will help her with her next book. And there's a little bit of a drama around the house as well, because it seems like, I think it might be a dad's house, like a secret house that she didn't know about. I was gonna read here for a little bit, it's fine, but I think I'm just gonna go and read on my sofa. I'm trying to read more in this reading nook, but I've been sat here all day because I work here as well. Like my desk is just behind the camera, so I've been sat here all day. That's why I feel like I need to kind of change scenery, because I've just been sat and I can see my laptop, I can see my work desk, so it's making me feel like I'm still in work mode. So I'm gonna switch location for a little bit whilst I make dinner and just chill out in my living space and read a little bit more. And then yeah, so let's move location. I'm getting my mojo back. I'm gonna read really fast. I'll probably finish this book today. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the only time I've had a bit of a break all day. As I said, I'm working from home all this week, and I chose to work at home all this week because I'm doing like a lot of like training kind of stuff, so I need to like focus, and the sun is out. But I thought I'll come in and say hi to you because I feel like I haven't really spoken to you guys. Actually, I have spoken to you guys. I spoke to you guys yesterday. Beach read. I am flying through this book. So yesterday evening, I read, before dinner, I read like 50 pages. And then before bed, I read another like 50 pages. When I woke up this morning, I read 100 pages this morning because I just wanted to get through it. So I don't have that much left. So I'm just gonna read a few more. I feel like I'm gonna finish this today, you know. Really easy to read. My thing with Emily Henry is the same thing with her books. Like she gives you the vibes. Like she says the vibes in all her books. This book is perfect for like if you're on holiday, want a little bit of a summer reading, stuff like that, that's fine. This is the enemies to lovers kind of thing, which is good, which I love. I always think I'm not really a fan of enemies to lovers, but I don't mind this. It's not like crazy. I feel like all enemies to lovers deep down they love each other. And again, Emily Henry's a book girly. I've said it before and I'll say it again. She's a book girly. Every book that she writes is centered around books, the book industry, bookstores, book clubs, writers, publishing, like everything's like that. So I love it. I was gonna eat something, but I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna make myself an iced coffee, sit on the sofa, and just enjoy the rest of the book. I think that's kind of the vibe right now. Beach read, beach read.
What's the use in holding on to the night as it turns to day?
So I just want to do a little bit of a check-in because I've been reading Beach Read now for a day. I started reading this yesterday and I'm almost done with it. Beach Read follows January and Gus. It is an enemies to lovers kind of summer vibe. They're both writers. January just inherited this house, a beach house. I think it is a beach house from her dad. She's having a little bit of a writer's block right now and she needs to kind of publish the next book. And her next door neighbor, so the person that owns the beach house next door, is Gus. They both went to university together. So in uni they didn't like each other because she writes like, she's a romantic girly. She writes romantic books and he writes like, I want to say non-fiction or literary fiction or something. And I think they had a moment as well, like in university. So this book is the vibes. I live on an ice stream, I'm so sorry guys, and you can hear sirens going. It's always busy. Yeah, so this book is the perfect book to start with. No wonder you guys voted this book as #1 to read if you want like a summer vibe, because this is exactly like a summer vibe. This book feels like I'm watching a romantic comedy that is set in some beach town. Like it doesn't feel like I'm reading, it feels like I'm literally watching a movie. So why is there so much sirens? When I hear so much sirens, I get really scared, like something's happening to so many of them. Where the fuck are they going? I love Daniel's character. She's really like my kind of girl. Obviously, she's going through like a bit of a thing in her life right now. Obviously, having this weird self-discovery journey, I think. But I love the game between Gus and January, so they kind of made it better. So I think he's having a bit of a writer's block as well because he's been working on this passion project book for like 5 years. They made this bet that they're going to write each other's stories. So she's going to try to write like a literary fiction and he's going to write a romantic book. I think the winner, the person that sells the most book, kind of wins. So basically they're on this research journey together, which is basically them going on different dates. But now in the part of the book now where they are now I think January does have feelings for him and is a bit of like a grown, it's not a grown relationship, but it's kind of like Gus is quite kind of closed off. Gus is so closed up and is very like against happy endings because he has so much, a bit of trauma in his life, family from his like parents growing up, and it's a perfect way to escape. Like I wanted like to have a summer escape this week, so that's why I'm reading all the summer books, and I feel like this is, as I said, this is the perfect way to start. And when I'm reading this book, I can get into it that much because it's just like a nice escape for me. So I now understand why these books are so popular. And for me, you guys, if you've been following me for a while and you watch my videos, you know that when it comes to my book taste, I'm quite eclectic. Like I read anything, like I'll give everything a chance. Some books are just like, if they're bad, I'll tell you if they're bad, and if they're good, I'm good. But I feel like I'm quite easily pleased as well when it comes to books. Like, 'cause I read books not because I'm looking for like this next literary like novel. I'm reading for joy, and that's why I kind of go by mood. Whatever mood I want to, like, what kind of word I want to be, what kind of mood I want to feel like is what I go with. So this one is like give you guys a little like catch up on where I am, because I feel like I haven't really spoken to you a lot about the books you guys chose. How I'm feeling about this. I love it. Like, yeah. Like, I can't wait. Now I'm intrigued to find out, like, because we don't really know the full story of what's happened with her dad, because she's refused to address it. So I'm just guessing based on that I think he did meet someone. And also one thing I didn't mention is that the woman that he was basically having an affair with, because they were basically living in that house together, she's from that town. But so which makes me think they don't live together, because she lives in that town. So maybe they were just like having a relationship or something. And the woman tried to approach her a few times, but she's not having it. And I think her dad left her a letter, because she didn't know about the house at all. After that funeral, this lady, Sandy, came to the funeral and gave her the keys to the house and the letter that dad wrote. And she hasn't read the letter. She hasn't read, she's just like not, because I think her dad was like her best friend. She really loved her dad and they had a really good relationship. So she can't get the fact that I like Goss. Goss is alright. I feel like if you ask me, I feel like January is carrying this book for me. Like, she is the main reason why I like this book. Goss as an MMC at the moment is very closed off. Like, I just feel like I'm not really like bonded with him. Maybe again, I'm more than halfway through it now, so I should really get a little bit more of Goss, but I'm not. I feel like January is carrying the entire book, and I hope I get to see a lot more of him. Now that it's opening up a little bit more, maybe I'll learn a bit more about him. I just finished Bitch Read by Emily Henry. Towards the end, I tabbed a few bits, because some of the love confessions were very sweet. Some of the things that Goss was saying, so I just had to tab them, because I know I will be rereading this book again. So it's quite nice to have those quotes towards the end. Yeah, as I said, I finished this and I rated it a 4-star because I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a very good, like, night summer romantic comedy kind of vibe. I think I said earlier that I didn't really get a lot of Goss's personality, and I think it wasn't personality I was worried about. I think I would just feel like it was kind of one-sided, because he wasn't showing any of his emotion. It was quite closed off. But obviously now that I get a lot more of his backstory, and the fact that he's actually been in love with her since university, and it's just been like a weird miscommunication, or not miscommunication, just doesn't know how to communicate his feelings very well, because he's just scared of rejection because of like his trauma from childhood and things like that. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I feel like she and January are a good match, because she is like very like open person, and she kind of drew it out of him. There was a few moments when I felt like it can be quite cold and stuff, but I just hope they get over it. I think they'll be fine. So now I want to talk to you guys because I will be picking the next book. And the next book I'm going to pick is Can I Vote on my little haul I did with you guys, and that book is 7 Days in June. So I'm starting that today. How many pages are we working with here? 304 pages. Again, I am going into this blind. I feel like this is a second chance romance, I think from the vibe I'm getting. So I'm excited to pick this up, but I'm going to start this tonight. Not yet, because I need to eat dinner. I need to like just unwind a little bit. This seems interesting, and I feel like after this I have a book in mind I want to read. Kept thinking about it as I was reading Beach Read, and I was like, oh my god, I need to read it, because I remember I wanted to read Carrie Soto Is Back by Taylor Jenkin Reid in July, because it's Wimbledon. But I think Wimbledon is actually over now. I was like, shit, I forgot to read it. So I'm definitely probably going to pick it up after this book. I think I have my little palette cleanser, and then I'll carry on with my other books and stuff, because Carrie Soto Is Back is a reread for me, but I really want to read it. Because last time I read it on my Kindle, but I think I want to read my physical book. I think I'm going to get that. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now, but let's see, because I feel like that's what happens. I think maybe after I read this book, another book might come in my mind, but for now I need to read. I feel like I need to read Carrie Soto Is Back this week sometime, because it's nagging on me to do anyway. Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's a new day today. Today is Thursday, and I don't think I vlogged last night when I went to bed because I literally read in the dark and I just needed to just like submerge myself in my bedroom in the dark and read. But I did manage to read about 60 pages yesterday of 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. So at the moment I think this book follows Eva and Shane. For now I'm still early. I think I'm just in let's go to chapter 6. So it's so funny because this is the second book, well yeah, the second book I've read this week that both the lead characters are writers. I don't know, is that coincident or is that meant to be? Yes, it follows like writers again, which is kind of like the theme here. And also it seems that it is a second chance romance, meaning that they've met before in the past and they had, maybe they had a date, they had a moment in the past and then like bumping into each other again at this present time. And that was the same kind of vibe with Beach Read as well. It's funny. Anyway, I did wake up a little bit late today because I was so tired. I don't know, I just felt so tired today. But I want to say a quick hi to you guys because I don't think I'm going to speak to you guys at all most of the day. Thursdays are my busiest days for work, for meetings, especially in the morning. The first part of the morning, I think I've got like from 9:30 to about 2 o'clock. I've got like back-to-back like different meetings with different teams and project checks and things like that. So I probably won't speak to you guys as much because I think I'm going to walk through my lunch again today and stuff. So if I walk through my lunch I get to finish a bit early, that's why. So just checking in, things are going well with 7 Days in June. I think once I get into the book a bit more, like when I read into it this evening, when I read a few bit more, I can give you like my first initial thoughts on the book. But yeah, let's go. Excuse the mess, I've got loads of books behind me because I just need to reorganize my shelf at some point this weekend. But today's Friday and I spoke to you guys briefly yesterday. Yeah, I managed to read a few pages. I think I read about 100 pages yesterday and I just finished 7 Days in June, guys. This book, I went in this, I tried not to go into so much expectation, but I did go in thinking, I had so many people say good things about this book, so there was no way I could have gone to this without like having some kind of expectation. I was just towards the end anyway, so I'm getting flabbergasted because I'm so excited. So yeah, so this kind of went beyond my expectation a little bit. Like I expected it to be like a nice like fruity, not fruity, like I knew it was second chance romance, but I didn't expect it to be this gripping. Like I highlighted so many amazing things, like some of the quick one-liners from Eva. Some of the one-liners were just cracking me up. Like she said some amazing things, like internal monologue stuff. So I highlighted quite a few bits from that. She and Shane are so cute. Like I was just so heartbroken about their story. Obviously they're like high school sweetheart. Okay, let's rewind a little bit, like from the top, make it hard. So this book follows Ava and Shane. They're both authors. They had a high school romance, like a week, basically like a 7 Days in June 15 years ago in high school, and they like never had a chance to be together because at the end of their 7 days together something dramatic happened. Shane promised Ava like she would never leave her and he left her, but there was a reason why he left her. So they haven't spoken in 15 years. But now they're both established authors. Like she writes like fantasy, vampire, werewolf, witchy kind of books, and her MMC is basically based on Shane. And Shane is a successful author as well. Like he's more of a recluse, like mysterious, very like successful author that's only read like 4 books ever, and all his books were about Eva, but they never spoke. So they've been speaking to each other like through their books. How fucking cute is that? So as I said, 15 years later, Shane for 15 years is suffered from alcoholism and he's been like drunk the entire time he wrote his book. So now he's like sober and clean and he wants to kind of reach out to Eva. So they had another 7 days in June where they had like the weekendo and things like that. Now Eva is a single mom and her daughter is she is so intelligent, so aware of her emotion. Like she wants to be a therapist and I get it. Like that girl was so good. Like I loved her interactions with her mom, with the surrounding. It was just like there's no way that girl's 12 years old. Well, if she's 12 years old, she's the most amazing 12-year-old I've ever met in my life, I've ever encountered or read about in my life. Anyway, so now they kind of but now they have to kind of go back to like visit their past traumas. They both have issues, like Eva has health issues, like she's in chronic pain every single time. Like I have really bad migraines as well. When I was younger I had severe migraines, like so bad migraines, so I can relate a little bit to what Eva was going through. Like when she was describing some of her pain she went through, and I was like, oh my god, like I can understand. Like I was having some kind of like weird reaction to when she describes her pain, because I was just having like so much flashback to when I was really young that I had severe migraine. I still get them now, but not as severely as she did or as I did back then. So she's in constant pain forever. She's like literally upped up on so many pain, different like cocktails of painkillers her entire life and stuff. So she has a disability, like an invisible disability, so she kind of goes through that, but they just understand each other. And their long confessions and like just the wording, and as I said, I highlighted so many things in this because of the writing was impeccable. Like I've not, this is my first book I've read by Tia Williams, and I feel like I'm going to read more of her books. Like her way with words was so great. To be fair, it was a bit weird with the writing because it was like there was like different point of views, but it was quite jumpy. Sometimes you don't know whose point of view she's talking from, because we had a few point of view of like Ava and Shane and Cece, and of like Ava's daughter. I can't remember her name back of my head now. So it kind of jumped a little bit in different POVs. So you have to kind of like, sometimes you can get confused to understand what was going on, but after you go by it's fine. So I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Towards the end, like at the end of it, before the epilogue, I was, oh my god, I was quite heartbroken. So I was like, oh my god, they didn't get a happy ending, because are they going to just spend their entire life like being in love with each other and just having like 7 days every 15 years? But the epilogue kind of saved it, just so that they were made for each other. When they were younger, they were just too young and going through so much stuff, and they had such bad like issues going on with their family life that they could not just like get over it. But yeah, so I did rate this book a 5-star because it was just so, I truly enjoyed it, and it got me laughing, it got me giddy, like it just so many things in there. Like it's not a typical romance. Like obviously there's few spice in here and there, like there's still romance in there, but you just spend the entire time rooting for them. Like there's some scenes where Shane has made so much promises to them and they're not showing up for his promises. I was like, oh my god, I just knew it wasn't going to show up, and it was just kind of sad. So this book left me a little bit like I didn't get enough closure. As I said, the epilogue did help a little bit because it sounded like they ended up together, but I don't know, I just feel like it's not settled. Like I just feel like it was a unfinished story. I wish epilogue was them just being together as a family and just like living life, finally enjoying life together, because right now, as I said, like I need some closure with this book. Like I just feel like it feels incomplete to me. That story feels incomplete to me. I really want to know, like I would love a nice like after epilogue novella for them. I'm rooting for them so much. I just want to know like if they actually did make it. So yeah, so this is my 3rd book I've read this week now. Today's Friday. So as I said, oh, I've moved it. As I told you guys, I'm literally right now, I need to move to my next book, but I am feeling like I want to read Carrie Sutter's back. That was what I was feeling like when I spoke to you guys on Wednesday. And I still feel like that, but now I don't know. And like I've moved it, like I've got it ready and set, so like I'm ready to dive into it. But now I'm thinking, should I just read We Were Liars? Because it's just a nice little thriller. I don't know. So what I'll do is I'll make a start with Carrie Sutter's back, like I wanted to, and then I don't really read 2 books at a time, but for this I might do that, because We Were Liars, it's not like 230 pages. Last time I read Carrie Sutter's back, I read it in one day. I'm not sure what my next book is. Maybe I should just wait a bit, because I literally just finished 7 Days in June. Maybe I should give myself some time to just like digest that and see what my mood is saying. But I do want to read a new book. I don't know. I think I'm just going to read We Are Liars, because I don't think this will take me that long, and then I will just read Carrie Sutter's back over the weekend, because it's just nice. And if I don't get time to read throughout like a lot more in the weekend, I won't feel as bad because I've already read it before. Yeah, so let's do that. I'm on page 16 right now, 6% into the book, and I have to pause and say something to you guys, because I just read a paragraph right now that I'm hoping it's a metaphor, because this girl is her name, I'm forgetting her name, that was how shocked I was. Her name is Candice Said Claire. That's the first paragraph I just read. It's like her dad basically pulled out a gun and shot her in the chest. I'm hoping that she means that the pain of him leaving the family felt like she was being shot in the chest, and he didn't actually physically shoot her in the chest, because if he did, what am I reading and how are we starting this page? Literally page 16. And also, I think I made the right decision with this book. It is about 200, it's over 200 pages, so I think I could do some damage today. Well, yeah, just have to pause and figure out what the hell is happening. Yeah, let's carry on because I am confused.com. Okay, I love this book to start with. Again, short chapters. The chapters are like 3 pages long. Perfect. So you feel like you're reading so much more than you really are. Hi guys, now it's Saturday and it's about maybe 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to check in because I didn't think I checked in yesterday. I did finish We Were Liars yesterday. Like, it's such an easy, fast book to read. It's about 200 pages and the chapters are quite short, so you feel like you're reading quite a lot. And I got to one point, I just wanted to know what's going on because that book was just like, I was like, what is happening here? Like, it was just going on and on and on and on about like things that didn't really like matter. So this book follows, basically it's told from Candy's point of view. So basically she's like a girl from a clear family. There's like a wealthy American, all-American family kind of vibe. They own an island, like, and they have like loads of like beach houses around this island and stuff, and they go there every single summer. And it's her and 2 of her cousins and like this other guy called Gat is like a family friend kind of thing, because his uncle is married to her auntie or something like that. Anyway, they're all friends and they call themselves the Liars, so like a gang of liars or whatever. They go there every single summer. So this book gonna focuses on when they're in that summer, when they're there with the summer. So I think it's either summer of 2015 or summer that they were 15. I'm assuming it's someone they were 15. She had an accident where she woke up like naked on the beach and she had no recollection of what happened. And then she was like, she went to hospital and she started having like these really bad migraines that was induced by this accident because she has a like weird PTSD or something like that. So she was like really like ill on like painkillers and stuff to help to manage her pain. And like she couldn't go to the house in the summer. I can't remember. No one would talk about the accident because apparently the doctor said that they shouldn't talk about the accident because she needs to remember in her own way. So 2 years later, she finally gets to go back to the summer house, and then that's how it started. But they just kind of, oh my god, this is what happened. And no one was speaking about this accident. So that was why I was just wanting to find out what the accident was, because I was like, the book wasn't that great, but I just wanted to find out what the accident was. And then I found out the accident. I was like, oh my god, fuck me. Like, I was like, shit, that is actually bad. That is painful. And she's like by herself now. So the accident did, I'm happy I went to the end. I rated this book 3 stars because, as I said, I just wanted to get over done with. I think it's a good summer read if you're going to lazy around by the pool or like just sit on the beach all day. It's a nice book to read. You probably read it in like one afternoon, just like chilling there, and it's quite a nice, like, easy to read kind of thriller. It's not thriller, it's like a kind of a mystery kind of vibe. I feel like if what happened, like the plot or the mystery wasn't like as what it was, I probably would just like rate it like 2 stars or something. There's some things that I was like, why are they talking like that? Like, I just like kind of cringed in some moments. Like, she calls her mom mommy. I'm like, oh my god, why? And our friend kept saying, oh, I had sexual intercourse. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, what 15-year-old says, oh my god, I had sexual intercourse this summer? But everything kind of made sense. It actually did make sense why she said that. Anyway, so that thing that I was quite cringe, so I read it, I just finished it. So when I finished it last night, then just went to bed. But before I just went to bed, because I can't go to bed without reading a few pages. I feel like reading a book is like my lullaby. So I started reading Carrie Soto's Back yesterday. Again, it is a reread for me, so I know that I would probably just like read it throughout the day. Today, as I said, my mom is coming over to visit, so I'm going to spend the day with her. We're doing quite a few things. I probably won't have enough time to read as much today, not till like later on in the evening, but I just want to check in and give you guys my rating and stuff. And yeah, I'm really happy that I'm reading like the summer books I wanted to read. I'm like managed to read quite a few of them this week, so it's quite nice. Guys, so this back, and this time because last time I read an ebook, and this time I'm reading as a physical book, so I'm tabbing this time. I'm tabbing things like tennis references because I learned so much about tennis from that book. I never thought that's boring, but I actually always liked tennis. Like, I was always like tennis, like fascinated by it. Like, I'm gonna tab like tennis references. I'm also gonna tab little cute things, like cute and impactful things that her dad says to her. Like, you know, dad had like so really cool like things like empowerment things, that just to get her on a game. And then moments where Carrie was a badass, because she was a fucking badass. I'm just having this kind of moments. That's kind of my tabbing key. I think my mom is here because she just got a text, but yeah, so I'm just gonna go now and I will see you guys later.
What's a car good for?
If you can hear that, it's my fan, because I just need my fan. It's just so cooling. This Sunday, guys, I haven't spoken to you that much today. I've just been like having like a nice chilled Sunday, really, and I was just like reading, and I just finished Carrie Soto's back. Oh, I love this book. This is a reread for me. When I read it earlier this year, I thought it was just because I was just excited about Taylor Jenkin Reid, but I just love the story. Like, it's so good. I know like people have a love-hate relationship with this book because they think it's still like tennis, because it does dive into tennis a lot. Like, it talks about the game, because when it should be. It's a story about a successful tennis player that wants a career back. So there's gonna be a lot of like tennis jargon in there. This book kind of helps me understand the game, the structure, what slams mean, what each tournament is, like all that kind of stuff. It's quite insightful. So I feel like if you're not interested in that, you might find it a little bit boring, but I don't. And obviously, as a romance girly, I just wish there was more romance in this. There is a tiny bit of romance. That's not the main element. This is litfic. That's it. I can't say that word. I can't say that word. So there is a little bit of romance, like a tiny bit between Bo and Carrie. I just want to know how Bo and Carrie fared on. I think I wanted that a lot when I first read it. Now I've read it again. I don't think I need the epilogue because I just feel like they would be a good match and they will be happy, and I just love them together as a couple. So I don't think we need an epilogue. Epilogue would have been nice, but right now I don't, like, when I first read it I felt like it was a bit incomplete, but no, I don't feel it like it's incomplete. Reading it again, I don't know why. When I first read it, I think I gave it a 5 star. Let's go, let me check my Goodreads. Oh yeah, I did give it 5 stars. So it was a 5 star then, it's still a 5 star now. I remember, yes, so when I read it last time, I read it with an audiobook, and I thought that's why I loved it, because the audiobook is insane. So I really enjoyed this. I thought maybe because the audiobook was so good, that was why I loved this book. But now reading this without the audiobook this time around, it was still great. It's still a 5 star read. I'm just reading my review for this. This is insane. It's quite nice reading this back. Like, what, I read this in March, so it's not that long ago. God, it's so funny that this is my review. 5 star then, 5 star now. So I'm really happy I read this, and I think it's such a nice way to end the week and to end the vlog as well. I think I managed to read quite a few books. This week feels like I can't even remember what I read this week anymore. Do you guys have that same thing? When you read a book and you forget about it? But I started off the week reading The Will. I finished up The Will by Kristen Ashley on Monday. So we read Beach Read, which is the 2. And after Beach Read, we read 7 Days in June. Oh my god, that was great. We were Liars. Now we read Carrie Soto's back. 5 books in 7 days is really fine. Really happy, and I'm happy that I read all the summer books I really wanted to read. I hope you guys have enjoyed like my typical reading week. Even when I'm not in the office, I was saying the same thing to my mom and my best friend over the weekend, that reading for me is, if I don't read in a day, I would be cranky. I don't understand. People don't understand that. Like, I have to read every single day. Like, reading for me is becoming like, I don't know how to explain, like therapy. It's like something I have to do. Like, if I'm not reading a book, I'm not gonna be in a good mood. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.